We want to welcome you to the third session of our 2020 course, Coming Out of the Shadows. This is our January session. If you did not see the November and December sessions, you can see those on our YouTube channel. We welcome you and we thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and tell every lady in your network you know to subscribe so you can see videos as soon as they are uploaded and get all of this valuable information. Registration for our 13th annual Women's Retreat is now open. You can go to estherbydesign.org and register there. You will also find the link to secure your hotel room there. That is very important. We have limited rooms in our block, so please go and reserve your room. You do not have to pay for your room at the time of the reservation. You do need to give a card number, but your card will not be charged until you get there. So secure your room so that you have space in our on-site hotel. We are very excited. We have speakers from across the country. We have a few old speakers, a few new speakers. We are so excited for what the Lord is going to do this year. So do not miss it. April 17th through the 19th in Wilmington, Ohio. We want to see you there. We are ready to get into our class. Again, it's our third session of Coming Out of the Shadows, and Pastor Denise has a powerful lesson for us today. Grab your Bibles and your notebooks, and let's get ready to learn.
This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Is anybody rejoicing along with me?
Amen.
This is the 11th day of this new year, and as we know, we are embarking upon a new decade, and so there are so many things to be excited about, to rejoice about, and I am just happy to be able to come before you today. As Elder Molly has said, we are into our course this year of Coming Out of the Shadows. That is the theme for this year for the Esther by Design class. And we are so happy to have all of you joining us today. And we pray that it is going to be a blessing to you, and not just a blessing, but causing you to really think introspectively and to think about your life, the course of your life, where you are right now, where you've been, and most importantly, where you're going and where God is taking you. So we are endeavoring that between now and May, when this course ends, that you are definitely going to be on your journey and your path to walk out of that shadow, whether it's been created by you, yourself, or you're living and walking in somebody else's shadow, but it's time now to come out of the shadows. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
This topic today is right in alignment with coming out of the shadows, right in alignment with our theme. Today we're going to be talking about self-promotion. Self-promotion, that is something that many people have been plagued with. They've been puzzled about it. They've had one thought process about it, and then seen some other things, or been enlightened and then saw self-promotion in another light. But today we're going to talk about it. This is going to be a little bit different format than what we're used to in our Esther by Design classes. It's going to be interactive, so you're going to hear some comments, you're going to hear some questions, and I want you to take notes while we're going through this lesson. We're going to start out today. What I want you to do, and I want you to do this very quickly, we don't have a lot of time to spend on this particular section. But the way that we're going to start today, I want you to write down at least 3 positive things about yourself. 3 positive things about yourself. And this should be about your personality, about who you are. 3 positive things. We're not focusing on the negative today. So let's dispel that. Let's get those thoughts out of our minds. But very quickly, write down 3 positive things about yourself. Then, right behind that, I want you to write down 3 things that you know you do well. Between 1 and 3. If you're saying, I can't really come up with 3, I know you can come up with 1. So very quickly, 3 positive things about yourself, and then either 1, 2, or 3 things that you know you do well. And we're going to take just a few minutes, and while you're doing that, while you're spending a couple moments doing that, something happened just this week, and it let me know, God let me know that we really do need to take some time to focus on this thing called self-promotion. A very dear friend of mine, that when we were living in another city, we became very close. We worked together. It was more than just a 5-day-a-week job. Sometimes we were together 7 days out of the week because we were working in ministry. And so we have, even though we don't live in the same city anymore, we still keep in touch. We're not able to visit each other as much as we would like to. But this week, we had the opportunity to be together, and she came and visited. And although the time was short, we still enjoyed the time that we had together. So she was getting ready to leave, and we were having breakfast, and we were having a discussion about a particular subject, and we were talking about things that this generation, especially females, things that this generation really does not know. We were talking about etiquette and the proper way to do things, and things that you should know not to do, things that you should not do in public. And so we were just over breakfast having that general conversation. And I was saying to her that every time I see something like that happening in our young people, I get a little frustrated and think they should know that, or why are they doing that? And then I said, every time that thought comes in my mind, then it's like the Lord himself taps me on the shoulder and says, well, maybe more of them would know that if you get this second book out that is over halfway done. And so she looked kind of puzzled as she was drinking her tea. She looked up and she said, second book? And I said, yeah. And so I said, you didn't know that I have, one book out that I authored myself, and then I'm in 3 other books as a contributing author. And she said, Denise, I had no idea. And right then and there, I thought, okay, God, I am on the right track with this self-promotion, because someone that is very dear to me, and I know I'm dear to her, she didn't even know. She had no idea that I am now an author, and that book was published now 3 years ago. So I thought, okay, I'm a little bit too quiet. And if you don't talk about what you've done, what God has blessed you to do, some people are not going to get that information. Some people that want that information, that need that information, that would love to have that information, that would be blessed by something that you're doing, the word is not getting out there. And sometimes it is you that has to put the word out there. So I thought to myself, okay, God, I know what's going to happen in this next class. It's going to be eye-opening for some. It's going to be changing some thought processes. And it's going to be causing us to look at self-promotion, hopefully, in a different light and in a different aspect. So I hope that you have taken that few moments. And because we're in a classroom setting, I'm going to ask if someone will stand up at this point and just give us, you don't have to stand, just give us 3 positive things about yourself. Those of you that are just joining us and just entering the class, what we're doing right now, very quickly, we are writing down 3 positive things about ourselves. I need you to write them down. 3 positive things about yourself. We're not focusing on the negative. And then right behind that, I need you to at least write 1 thing, if not 3 things, that you do well. Okay? All right. Who's ready to share? Okay?
I am an encourager, I'm kind and trustworthy.
You are an encourager, you are kind, and you are trustworthy. And because I know you, I agree 100%. You are kind, you're an encourager, and you are trustworthy. Okay? Someone else? Ebony?
A go-getter, a fighter, and passionate.
She was a little bit soft. A go-getter,
A fighter,
a fighter.
and passionate.
You're passionate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Kim?
Helpful, loving, giving.
Helpful, loving, giving. Okay. Wonderful. Now, when you think about those 3 things that you listed, how good are they if they are only for you? Benika said that she is an encourager. Well, we all need to encourage ourselves. We all need to encourage ourselves, but the world is full of people that need encouragement. They need just that little bit of encouragement, that little push to say, you can, you will, you are. Next, Ebony said, one of the things that she pointed out, she's a fighter. Yes, she has to fight for herself. She has to fight for those in her family. She's got young nephews. You don't have any nieces, do you, yet?
Ava.
Ava, yes, okay. She's got a niece and she's got nephews. So she needs to fight and be an advocate for them. So keeping that to herself would be a disservice. Kim, give me one again.
Helpful.
Just pick one out. Helpful. How would that look if she only helps herself? She's got to let other people know that I'm here to help you. I've been through a lot. I've experienced a lot. I've been blessed by a lot. God has shown her things that she thought she could not do, and now she's doing them and doing them extremely well. So now it is her time to let others know that I can help you. If you let me, I can help you. We have to look at self-promotion in a different light, because if we keep all these good things about ourselves to ourselves, then others that need what we have are not going to get them. Okay, let's move on quickly to one thing that you know you do well. Somebody we haven't heard from. Jeanette?
Well, you know what, I wrote down my patient and family advocate side.
A little louder.
My patient and family advocate side.
Your patient and family advocate side. Yes, that's part of your vocation. That's what you do on a daily basis, almost 24-hour basis, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And I feel that's something I do very, very well.
You do well. Okay, great. The world needs that. What if she said, okay, I went to school, I have this education, I have this degree, I have this certification, and I'm good with that. Okay, she accomplished something, but what is that doing unless she puts it into action, unless she activates what she has, what she can do, what she's great at doing, what she's passionate about? Someone else, what do you do well? Don't get quiet on me now. I see you looking, I see you smiling. What do you do well? We're talking about self-promotion here. We need to look at it from a different light, a different aspect. I have a room full of people that don't do things well.
Working with children.
Working with children. Absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. Obviously, you have a gift
Yes.
to work with children, and that's not easy. Children have to know that they can trust you. They have to know. Tell me a little bit about that, what you do with children.
I am a director of a child care at a child care facility, but I've been working with children for almost 30 years.
She's been working with children for almost 30 years. She's a director now of a child care facility. Okay, what if she had this gift and she just used it within her home or within her family? There are many parents that would not be blessed by what she can do. Our children, my grandchildren, have been blessed to be in a daycare facility that I trust implicitly. When they were born, it was my mindset that that's where they would go. Not anywhere else. I definitely didn't want them in a child care institution. I wanted them with this individual. She has over 25 plus years of experience. I know she's a Christian. I know she prays over those children. I know that she cares for those children, not just because that's what she does or that's her business, but she does it from her heart. We need this for our children. But if she doesn't self-promote and say, hey, this is what I do, I've been doing it for said number of years, I love doing it, these are my credentials, this is how I recertify year after year, then how is anyone going to know this is who my child needs to be with? Yes, we can receive a lot from word of mouth by people spreading the word. She knows how to do this. He knows how to do this well. I've worked with them on this. But sometimes you've got to speak up for yourself. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. Let's get into our lesson for today. And as I said, it's going to be a little bit different.